Yo, how's it going, everyone? It's that time once again, back for the Dokkan early stream on a Sunday morning. Mia, how's it going? How you all doing today? Someone commented on one of my videos talking about the Cyberman leader skill, saying that I have to do a run with the Cybermen leading the heroes characters, which is actually a really funny idea. The only problem is that the heroes units have been power crept from like the most difficult events for the longest time, so I'm not really sure what stage to actually do if we were to do that. Let's use up our couple of boosts here first before we start doing anything. Yeah, happy Easter, Requiem, how's it going? Oh yeah, I need to pause that. I'm not religious at all, but obviously happy Easter to anyone who is celebrating. Going to be seeing Sister Lingen today, just hanging out playing some board games. Also, I mentioned this on last night's stream, the fact that it was today, but it's also Sif's second birthday today. So shout out to the fluffy boy. Yeah, exactly. It's always good to wish other people well, regardless of your own situation. Dokkan Battle is ending service by August. I mean, I don't imagine so. I know some people probably will be getting worried because of some of the weirder choices that the game seems to have been making recently, but I can't imagine the game going anywhere anytime soon. It is heavily carried by the Dragon Ball IP and still makes loads of money, so... Yeah, that was a level 10 link for this Gotenks. Is that the last one? No, still got one more to go. How's Cyberman getting on? Yeah, I mean, Cyberman's links aren't even really important, considering the only team that I'm really going to be using him on is the Cyberman team, where he has no links active anyway. So it probably doesn't really matter. So I get our couple of boosts used up here. I'm always surprised with some of the recent changes with some pressure from the higher ups. Yeah, someone made an interesting comment on one of the videos from yesterday, though, saying that they've played a lot of mobile games and other random stuff over the years that have been shut down said that they can't deny seeing some of the same kind of signs of things that some of those games started doing before they inevitably went to being like shutting down. But making Dokkan Battle 2. I mean, that's the thing that people would be probably the most annoyed about if Dokkan starts going massively downhill, then like shuts down, and then they bring out Dokkan 2 with a bunch of improvements that they could have just made to Dokkan, and like none of your stuff carries over, so you just got to start again from scratch. I think a lot of people would just be done, right, and just wouldn't go on to like wouldn't go on to number 2. You know, Tank Rock House again. Just Dokkan Frontiers took some of their budget. You should be aware. We may have one part now. How many more than they speak? I mean, that's the thing. They were planning on or working on that mode for quite a while. But I don't imagine it's a case of like... I don't imagine it's a case of like things in the game are slightly worse now because they spent a bunch of money like working on that game mode. I mean, if that is the case, then it's dumb. Like, because a lot of people, I mean, I like it. I think it's fun. Some people don't even like the new mode. So imagine like tanking other parts of the game to spend all your resources developing a new mode that a bunch of other people now don't even like. Yeah, Bandai showed a trailer on how to transfer the game. I think that's just stuff that's like useful stuff because they get a lot of newer players, or like people will have like changed over their phones and all that kind of stuff. Like, I think it's one of those things where it's a useful bit of information that I don't think they actually ever have officially said to anyone before. Whereas now that information is officially out on their thing rather than you having to find like a YouTuber who's put up a video about it or something, right? Yeah, a bunch of people were talking about the new Pokemon thing that's coming out. I can't remember what it's called now. The new Colosseum type thing.
All right, let's do this.
Pokemon Champions, that's it. Well, it's like people always loved Pokemon Colosseum when it first came. Was it Colosseum or Stadium, the first one that came out on the 64, where you could plug in like your cartridge and actually have like your Pokemon from your thing. So I mean, it seems like the kind of thing that would be massively popular for them to do, so I'm kind of not surprised. It's basically a universal entry point. Yeah, Prof was saying it's like going to be used in the future for all Pokemon like tournaments and stuff, which is interesting. Okay, so what level of event could we actually do with the Heroes team, with the Cyberman leads? Well, that's the thing, it can't be one that's like too hard, because the Heroes units have been outdated for a long time. I think maybe Broly is too, although Broly at the end disables dodge, so I think the STR Cyberman would probably just get clapped. Because yeah, we have to do this before the leader skill nerf happens. That's the only problem is I feel like all of the ones who are still kind of somewhat relevant now rely on dodge, which you can't do. Let me get the list of stages up, because yeah, stage 6 is Broly. Actually, no, wait. In the does he disable dodge in the revamp one? Yeah, he does. Yeah, of course he does, because they just moved it over to here. What's stage 5? That's artificial life forms. Oh, it went all the way back to the top. That's annoying. Kale and Caulifla. I mean, that one can be hard, so maybe. So I'm not sure now, but I mean, I'll give it a try. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Put on the good old system of a down OST. I haven't played a Pokemon game in, like, well, pretty much ever. I played Blue and I played Yellow. So it seems like something that, like, from an outsider perspective would be incredibly hard to get into, like, this late in the franchise. But, alright, let's see how this goes, shall we? Okay, so we got... That's not the best rotation to start off with, because no one can really go slot 1. I mean, you can if you dodge. The thing is with this, so we get Shocking Speed and Shattering the Limit. Oh yeah, I need to link level there, Shattering the Limit. I forgot about that. So they don't have any Saiyan Saga allies on the team. Yeah, I don't even know if they would be able to tank well. Also, you can't even super, that's crazy. Alright, let's do that. But yeah, I mean, immediately we're in a situation where... Good. I was going to say Eos has to dodge. 9 million. The problem with the Heroes team is even if the leader skill gives them enough stats to be, like, relatively good defensively, because the units are so outdated now, one of the big things is, like, events take such a long time to beat. Even when we've got characters on the team that are dropping like multiple 20, 30, 40 million attack stats. And then you've got characters on the Heroes team that will do like 1 super attack for like 10 million at most. Yeah, we haven't had any of our actual good like slot 1 units on this first rotation at all, which is not great. Actually, to be fair, I think the only unit that is relatively... Yeah, the only unit that can even remotely go slot 1 on this team is Demigra. And Eos, I guess, if she dodges, but...
Alright, let's do this.
And yeah, Trace was saying the other day there's like 1,000 Pokemon now. And literally the last time I played it there was 151. So it all seems very overwhelming. I forgot double Cyberman. Yeah, double Cyberman turn 2 and no one. That's the problem. I can't do it with this team build. I need to have... I mean, I can have one rotation be Demigra and Mechikabra. And then the other rotation be maybe Goku, Trunks. And then just have the Cybermen and Eos floating, I guess. We still have to get like a good starting rotation. That's not terrible. And we have those two. Okay, yeah, that might be okay. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Because at least Demigra has a full extreme. And I make it so that all of the floating characters are extreme. So Demigra will always have his full passive active. Doesn't get a lot of key from links here though for Eos. Nice. That's what we like to see. 11.2 million, okay. But yeah, this is what I mean, like these guys, even with a higher leader skill boost, they're not hitting the hardest, which is the thing that's probably going to make these events quite tough. Oof. Yeah, still taking a 500k normal as well. Yikes. We do a heal at the end of the turn if we take a hit though, so there is that. Right, I need to get 6 orbs for you to get your full thing. Then just grab those for you. Oh. Jeez, Mickey Carver's got 3 key on this rotation. Get a decent heal off of the rainbow orbs though. We're at 12 million for Blue Goku. It's going to be a long, drawn-out battle, I imagine. When I say that, that's from our side of the fight. The leader skill is getting nerfed. That was the announcement, but it hasn't actually happened yet. That's why this is basically like our last chance to be able to do it. Because, yeah, they announced that it is going to happen, but it hasn't actually happened yet. Oh, great. I was going to say, Meki Cabra would actually tank a normal from them as well, because of the damage reduction that he gets. Yes, I mean, even this fight is too hard, and like you think about how the new units would absolutely destroy this fight nowadays, like. Yeah, that sucks, because I was going to try and make that into a video for today, but I don't know what. I mean, what's this event like? I mean, the last couple of bosses can hit relatively hard, so maybe. The main issue is the key, but there's not really a huge amount we can do with when it comes to that. Yeah, apparently the manga units are good with the Cyberman lead. I know, I've seen somebody has done that already. It's kind of that's the reason why I didn't want to just do that, but.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, that's a terrible starting setup. We've got basically all 3 of our units that could be in slot 1 all in the same turn. Because Eos can, if we absolutely need, like, to obviously just have to rely on dodge. But then the other 2 slot 1 units are Demigra and Blue Goku, and they're all on the same turn.
All right, let's do this. do this.
Okay, I mean, this isn't the worst, I guess. Okay, so this is a bit of a weird starting rotation, but I guess it's not the worst. Because, yeah, we'll float off the Cyberman. God Trunks, I mean, ideally, I mean, we don't want to have too many extreme units around anyway, really, but we're not going to be able to get a lot of key for Mechicabra either, annoyingly, but it's only missing out by 1 as well. He gets the 1 rainbow orb, so he only gets to attack once. That's where the links are going to be really important, because 73k. So one of the reasons why the Heroes team from this year, like the final year when Blue Goku released, aged so quickly is because he was the best, quote-unquote best. Oh, excuse me, he was the best slot 1 unit on the team, but he wasn't that great as a slot 1 unit, and he aged very quickly in terms of the content difficulty, like how good he was in slot 1. But he was like the slot 1 unit for the team. It's one of the main reasons why that last iteration of the Heroes team aged out so quickly. You think back to like Super Saiyan 3 Xeno Goku and how good he was offensively for quite some time. Yeah, Mechicabra doesn't super, it's just GG. Yeah, Massive G, how's it going? Now, if there are any details today, they'd be in half an hour. I don't necessarily think they will be today, but there is a slight possibility. Okay, we've got 4 extreme rotations. This is Trunks and... Okay, Trunks is there, that's annoying. Alright, well the first rotation is good at least. The second one is very questionable, so I'm not really sure how this will play out, but let's see. At least we've got the 4 extreme rotation and a decent amount of key here as well, so... Although... No 2 rainbow orbs for Mechicabra, which is annoying. Also, why is Eos? Eos doesn't get any key links from these guys, which is annoying. Apart from Shattering the Limit, so even then, don't have the best key. Bro dodged the 1 normal and took both the supers. Let's go. Yeah, Tree Goku being the last Heroes unit is just sad. Homie was not good. Like, he was okay on release, but yeah, the fact that he was... Especially when they split with, like, Demigra having to have an extreme team. Like, Goku became, like, the go-to slot 1 for a lot of these setups. And he just wasn't very good in slot 1 against a lot of the bosses, even at the time. Yeah, the age-old... Like, take a super, then immediately dodge a normal, which probably would have done double-digit damage, and then eat the next super as well. Shouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah, it's kind of not the best rotation really for the Goku, but we got the orb change, so at least he was able to get the super. But yeah, double Cyberman and Goku rotations, not exactly what the team is going for, but we got the orbs for Goku, so it's okay. At least was not stuck, like, doing nothing. But yeah, annoyingly, this rotation affects Demigra's ability to tank because we have a superclass character. Do that. So of course he eats the super again. Oh right, so you're literally having a superclass character on the team makes it so that he can't take the super. By team I mean rotation, but... I hate how fast power creep kills units. I tried using the recent EZA of AGL feature trunks for the Vegeta mission. Gets obliterated immediately if he doesn't dodge normals. Yeah. Any other way to go is like the superclass route. And try and use you, I guess. Could replace Trunks with the Xeno Goku. Because then everyone on the team is a Goku family character except the Cyberman.
Alright, let's do this.
Team has 800. Yeah, so the team has 831k, which I think is potentially higher than a bunch of the Heroes teams were actually able to do on release, but jeez, this is what I get. This is what you get when you only get 2 key from the leader skill. Well, at least you can get those, so you can actually get your full passive active here. And then you can grab those. I mean, the AGL Trunks EZA can be okay in events as long as you can dodge. Wow, even the Super Saiyan 3 Goku taking 430k. He's meant to be the tank. The damage reduction guy. Jeez. Right, yeah, so I mean, I don't think this is possible at all. Like, with this, I don't know what event we can go into that's even going to be remotely doable by this team. Which is rather unfortunate, but... But yes, AGL Trunks' EZA is just not good, which was a big shame because he wasn't that great on release, and people were kind of, it's like the Raditz thing. It's like he wasn't great on release, so people were kind of hoping that his EZA would be a redemption of sorts, and then yeah, he was just bad. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, they need to super EZA AGL Trunks already. True. I really wish I'd pulled another copy of the Cyberman so I could have the SSR version on the team as well. Yeah, at least they're not nerfing the actual Cyberman team. It's only the details for... it's only the other units on the team, like the all types leader skill is the thing that's getting nerfed. Which is still a shame that they are doing it at all, but yeah, it's not the Cyberman team at least is still going to be as good. Yeah, no details yet. If we're getting any details today, they'll be in 20 minutes. So... that's if they are today, which I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I think the main reason is just because they became like the best all types lead in the game, which is not what they'd intended for their release, right? They obviously wanted the Cyberman team to be funny, but they didn't want them to suddenly make every team in the game like insanely busted. Because, yeah, I mean, the fact that some characters were getting a higher stat boost from them than they would get from, like, a 200% leader skill is kind of funny. It just shows, like, the massive oversight in their design or, like, planning for this character. Plus, it's funny how ridiculous Int Cyberman is on this team. 82 million. Like, bruh. Yeah, they've stopped really doing that as well, like summonable characters that actually have a good all-type slate. Like, we haven't had one for a long time. Imagine they dropped like imagine a Carnival LR that came out that was just like all types 220%. I mean, they would never do that because that would kill like every other category leader, but... I can see, like, at the most, if they released an actual summonable all-types leader, it'd be, like, 170% maybe. 180. But, yeah, even 200%, I think, like... For a lot of combinations of characters, you could just run that leader instead of a 220, but you could run anyone you want on the team, and it would still just be better. There won't be details tonight. Yeah, probably not, but I couldn't think of anything else to put in the stream title. Well, it's because the EZA, we're expecting the EZA to be out on Wednesday, so realistically the details should probably be out on like tomorrow morning, but that's the thing, is they're never going to release a premium, like an all-types leader skill that just completely invalidates categories. Like, even 190 is too high. Because that 10% hit isn't really that much to a 200% lead to be able to then just run any units you want. There's not many setups at the moment, though, where, like, if you're running a specific category team, where there's, like, one particular unit you really want to run on the team, but they're not on there. So, I don't think it would make a huge amount of difference, really. Yeah, so that's the thing. If we're expecting the EZA to be on Wednesday, then the details would be tomorrow. But since you never know with Dokkan. I say I wouldn't expect it today, but you never say never, I guess, with Dokkan. It's funny how the Cyberman team is basically just like hope everybody dodges, and then Cyberman does all the work and just kills everybody. Now that we're in the 250/220 lead, I can see it 170. Yeah, 170 all types. Because, like, you could use it to build basically any category you want, and then run that category 220 lead as a friend. And then the team still has a pretty decent overall leader skill, even though your lead is only 170. So I think 170 is as high as they would go for something like that. But so it's hard to say, hard to know, because they haven't done a premium all types lead for a long time. But then it depends, because obviously if you're just using it to run a motley crew team, then you'd have to use the all types lead as a friend as well. And then you would only have double 170, so I don't know. Because yeah, that is true. There are bosses now that hit so like ridiculously hard even with their normals that 170 probably isn't enough. But yeah, either way, I don't see it happening anytime soon. So, like I said, they haven't released a summonable, like proper all types leader skill character for ages. Oh man, come on, Tech Cyberman. All we had to do was dodge one of those two attacks. It was our last rainbow lead. Yeah, blue, yeah, they don't really count. Yeah, because even like Marseillan was technically just a banner unit. That's why my one major gripe with the Cyberman team as well is the fact that like it is basically apart from normals on like the STR and the int one, the team is like dodge or die for almost the entire event. So if you get the yeah, let me find that Rick tweet about the yeah, because like the Saiyan Day transforming Vegeta just had was it a super class leader skill, so he didn't even have an all types lead. There's no like good way to check in game either, is there? You can't search for like all types as a leader skill in the search function. I get leader skill. Is there an all types? Boost all. Okay. So I mean the manga units, but I guess they're not really premium units either. Yeah, like barely any of these guys are even summonable anyway. Basically all banner units. Oh. There's 80%. I remember back when this guy came out, but well, it might genuinely be him because he at least came out with his own banner. So it actually might honestly just be Interless. Oh, when did Physical Kid Buu come out? I mean, AGL, Kale, and Caulifla they got their own banner when they came out, I guess. Or were they just on the... Or were they on, like, the Kefla banner? Who was the main unit on that banner? Or was it like all three of them were new at the same time? I'm not really sure how that worked when they came out. Because I think they had one of those like guaranteed featured banners where you could get AGL Caulifla, Physical Kale, or Physical Kefla, I think. I'm trying to remember. I definitely summoned on that banner when it came out. Global. Physical Kid Buu before STR Gogeta. Yeah, I'm not sure, because obviously this is just acquired in my box, so it doesn't mean that they actually came out first. It just means I didn't get them straight away, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I could check on the wiki, I guess. Boo. Ready? Oh, it's going to be Martian Boo, I guess. Yeah, Martian Boo disambiguation. I don't know if I'd have to put in Kid Boo anyway. Right, so Physical Kid Boo came out December 2015. I can't even remember when the first anniversary was. December 2015, and STR Gogeta was, yeah, February 2016. So yeah, Kid Buu came out first. So if it was February 2016, when did Turles come out? Okay, yeah, he came out August 2016. So Turles is newer than in Gogeta. Wow, so is that really just him then? And then they haven't done a summonable, like, as in the main banner unit, summonable all types leader since Turles. So who else is here? Is there anyone else that I'm missing that is actually summonable and was the actual main unit on the banner and not like a side unit or a world tournament unit or free to play? I think it literally might just be in Turles. Because like I say, Marseillan was just the banner unit for Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. So he doesn't count. They really need to Easy 8 in Turles. Yeah, that's crazy. So, yeah, they kind of, especially now that once we got into the category meta especially, I think they just kind of gave up on all types leads being a thing. Because they obviously want to push the category meta as like the main thing. So my account is coming up on 10 years old. Yeah, I'm at like 3,500 something days login, I'm pretty sure. Right, anyway. No. They moved all the buttons. The one thing I've said before multiple times is it's really annoying how, like, there's no way to check. Like, if you were just curious, there's no way to check what day's login thing you're on outside of, like, when you first log in for the day after the reset. Like, it comes up on the screen, and then once you click the button to, like, dismiss it, that's it. You can't see it again until the next day. Now, let me get their Dokkan Twitter up here just in case they do post something in 5 minutes time. I don't think they will, but Dokkan Battle Global. Alright, let's keep that up there then and see. Yeah, I forgot to log at one point when the game was dry, like a couple of months ago, I forgot to log in. So my total logins is like 3,500 something, and then my consecutive login is like 170, I think. I should do this again and actually just record it since we can't do the heroes one. Okay, let me change the music as well. That's a bit too epic. And then we should do the Cyberman OST really. Okay, so Cyberman Rebellion. Cyberman team versus Vegeta and Nappa. Seriously serious battle. The funny thing is as well, this team would actually complete the all types mission. Because we have the we have a Cyberman of every type on the team. Because obviously we've got the STR and the int ones are like the main ones. And then we've got int physical and AGL physical and tech as the SR ones. So yeah, you need to get rid of Vegeta first, don't you? So we'll do that. Do that. Oh yeah, Cyberman Super's early anyway, doesn't he? The STR one. So that's fine. We can do that. This will be so funny. The fact that the Cyberman team is so strong. You imagine how funny the Saiyan Saga would have gone if Nappa and Vegeta summon all the Cybermen and then they just turn around and destroy Vegeta and Nappa. Go on to destroy all the Sea Fires and then just take over take over the Earth. Obviously, as always with this team run, like Int Cyberman is going to do the majority of the work here. We just need him to get multiple supers and ideally get crits. 67. So funny that not only is it like him doing all of this with no links active as well. That's why the Cyberman team makes a really good like free-to-play team for newer players to use, because one of the things that a lot of newer or more casual players, I know link leveling like all your units that you want to run on a team to 10 takes a very long time if you don't want to be using like meat items and stones and stuff to waste stamina for link leveling. So like this team, you can put it together thanks to farming the event and everything, and then you don't need to level their links because none of them ever have any links active because they've all got the same name. So you don't actually need to worry about link leveling the team at all. Like it literally doesn't affect their performance whatsoever because they never have any links active. It's kind of funny. Alright, so STR Cyberman on this rotation has to put in the work so that we can finish off Vegeta, and then he won't be attacking the one at the end. Because that's the only annoying thing, that our Cybermen all need like 6 key to be able to do anything. 30 million attack. Let's go. Take him out. They did take him out. Yeah, the ticket, I mean, the thing is, it was funny that they gave out all the free tickets and stuff, but remember that the Cyberman on that ticket banner had a 1% chance to be pulled. So, I don't know of many people that did actually pull Cyberman off the tickets. I know, I think Raudo did. I also saw a screenshot that somebody shared of them pulling, in one of the 7 ticket multis, they pulled 2 copies of the Cyberman, which is insane. Actually, no, I think Truth might have retweeted it. But yeah, considering it's a 1% chance, I'm not even sure how, like, infinitesimally small the percentage chance would be that you pull 2 of them in one 7-ticket multi. Like, that's actually ridiculous. Yeah, the R ones literally have no passives. Oh, well, there you go, Drace. We were wrong. I'll just delete that, I guess. Oh, God, I'm so... Is he going to be good? He's probably not going to be good, is he? Alright, well, we'll finish off this run, and then we'll get that sorted. I think Cyberman is actually going to finish off Nappa here. Man. Look at that, we did it all before the Cyberman OST even finished. There you go, Cyberman Rebellion. And they actually remembered sub-EZA. What is this day? They remembered that sub-EZAs exist as well. What is this? Alright, well, I don't need this. And to be fair, the video had already been 5 minutes long now at this rate, so... right, so let me move the chat windows over to here so I can have them up while I do the thing. Move that one over there. Right, then we can put the Twitter over here. So yeah, they actually did STR Nappa and they did TEQ. What the hell? I mean, this is good, but like, I don't think anyone would have expected that. So they did... They're doing TEQ Raditz as well and STR Nappa. Like, this is actually what they should do. Dokkan actually coming in clutch with a W. TEQ Raditz as well. Crazy. And then there's also information on upcoming content. We've also got a new ESBR coming and new quest mode stages coming, finally, as well. Crazy. Alright, let's get on this straight away then. Let me update titles. So physical Raditz, STR Nappa, and TEQ Raditz. EZA details. In fact, I might as well have taken that bit out of there as well. I was hoping speaking about in Nappa Awakening would bring it into existence. Yeah, if only. Alright, let's put some better music on then. Alright. Yeah, Prof, how's it going? Happy birthday to yeah, it's Sif's birthday today as well, so appreciate that. Okay, let's jump in then, because I haven't looked at it yet. Let's just get it done. Right. Hey guys, Marsegan here, bringing over Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we actually got the Raditz EZA details today, which I think a lot of us weren't expecting the details until tomorrow, because I believe based on the stuff that we've seen in game and the dates, and also one of the tweets from Rick, one of the data miner guys, we were expecting the EZA to be out on Wednesday, which would normally mean details tomorrow, but the details are here. Not only do we have the Raditz EZA, but Dokkan actually remembering that sub-EZAs exist and doing the right thing to build the Saiyan Saga team. And the STR Nappa, the banner unit for Raditz, is going to be getting an EZA as well as the TEQ Raditz, who is super old. He's the banner unit for AGL Bardock. So I haven't looked at the details of any of these guys yet. You guys know I like to do these news videos. I just read them off rip, because I can give you guys my genuine first thoughts. I did my custom Raditz video yesterday where I designed a custom EZA for Raditz. I have no idea how close or, you know, whatever I will have got. So let's see if he is actually going to be good. I know, right? A sub EZA in this economy, and it's actually 2 sub EZAs. Would you believe it? So let's take a look at physical Raditz first. We knew what his leader skill would be. They just give the 1 key extra to the extra 30% category. So it's still Saiyan Saga or Pure Saiyans, and then the extra boost to Space Traveling Warriors. That was obviously, we knew that that's what that was going to be. So let's go ahead and take a look, shall we? So basic effects, 2 key, attack and defense 250%, and damage reduction 30%. When attacking with 12 or more key, he gets 250% attack. When receiving an attack with 12 or more key, he gets 250% defense. I mean, you got to remember how strong that is. Like, defense on hit is really good, especially when it's a number like 200%. And 250% when receiving a hit is pretty good. As the first attacker in the turn, he has damage reduction of 30%, but it's 1 time only. Interesting. When facing only 1 enemy, or when there's an ally whose name includes Nappa on the team, 200% extra attack, launches an additional super, and has a high chance to dodge when attacking as the 3rd attacker in the turn. Interesting. And then attack 180 and great chance of performing a crit if the target enemy's HP is 60% or less when attacking. So they increased the HP requirement for the enemy, so it's 60% or less rather than 50, which is good for him to get extra attack and crit chance. A lot of this stuff I put into his thing, right? Increasing the attack, increasing the crit chance. I gave mine base damage reduction, so this all seems pretty good. When facing 2 or more enemies, or when there's an ally whose name includes Vegeta, excluding Junior, King, Baby, etc., defense 300% plus an additional 300% defense within the turn before attacking. Damage reduction 20% as the first attacker in the turn. Gets a crit and attacks guaranteed to hit within the turn after receiving an attack. And then after delivering a final blow, all allies key +2. So this is interesting. So obviously he's very much designed to be run on the Vegeta and Nappa team, because as long as you have a Nappa and a Vegeta on the team, he has both parts of his passive active without worrying about how many enemies there are, which is good. And so it seems like if you put him in slot 1 on his first turn, he has that 30% damage reduction 1 time only as the first attacker. So I'm assuming that means for the whole turn. So he has 80% damage reduction in slot 1. As well as getting an extra 300% before attacking, as well as getting 250% when he gets hit. So basically, I think the way he's going to work ideally is that you put him in slot 1 on the first turn, and then he just becomes a slot 3 floating character, because then he gets an extra super and dodge chance in slot 3. So that seems pretty good. And then obviously, even without the new Vegeta and Nappa, you have his Nappa banner unit. So yeah, I think that seems pretty decent. I think, again, like, people will underestimate that damage reduction when you have a couple of those active, and then 250% defense when he gets hit. That's pretty good. And then, yeah, the final blow before was just him getting 2 extra key, which is kind of pointless when it comes to TURs. Except now he's giving all allies 2 key after delivering the final blow, which is quite good for a little bit of support. Also, it doesn't seem to imply that that can't happen multiple times. So on a team of like multiple LRs, if you're in a slightly longer event and Raditz actually manages to finish off 2 or 3 of the phases, in theory that should stack. So that's kind of interesting for like other LRs and that on the team. That's quite interesting. So he seems pretty good. He doesn't seem like jumping off the page best EZA in the game, but he seems very good for the Vegeta and Nappa team, or like for the Saiyan Saga team in general, which is the whole point of these EZAs, right? And then his super attack, wow, I actually guessed that as well. I guess because they put in his passive, he is kind of he does have a role where he's designed to be in slot 3. He greatly raises attack and defense for 4 turns and does immense damage to the enemy. That's literally the exact super attack effect I gave him, because if you float him off, keeping the buff for 4 turns means that when he comes around again, he still has that raise. So if you're floating him off, then he comes back around on the next turn and he still has the greatly raise. So if he got a couple of super attacks off, on his second appearance, his start of turn defense is going to be significantly higher. And then he still gets the 250% defense when he gets hit, which is going to push that up to a pretty decent level. So I think he seems good. I mean, again, you got to remember that nowadays, especially for a lot of these older EZAs, like, I guess it's just part of power creep and them trying to keep the value of newer summonable units and stuff. Like, an EZA, even for a Dokkan Fest TUR, like, the EZA is never going to be the new best unit in the game, or like the new best TUR in the game. But I think Raditz is pretty good. I think when you compare him to on release, he was the worst Dokkan Fest on release, and that's kind of that has been his legacy up until now. Like, I mean, his EZA, I mean, I know we're not exactly setting a high bar here, but his EZA, I would say, like, absolutely slaps AGL, Trunks' EZA. So I would say he's pretty good, which, considering how bad he was on release, I will absolutely take that. So let's have a look at STR Nappa. So STR Nappa was obviously the banner unit for Raditz when he came out. I'm actually going to bring up his details on my phone here just so we can see how he has changed, because being an older banner unit, I remember the one big thing about him was that the more HP you had, the more defense he had, and he could go up to like 780%, which I think was the highest we'd seen in one of these sort of units in like ever when he came out. So let's go ahead and have a look. So he's got 278% attack. He's got Saiyan Saga allies 3 key, attack and defense 50%. And obviously, he's meant to be the support for the team anyway, right? So that's good. The more HP remaining, the higher the defense he has. Up to 3,780%. Hello? So if you're on full health, he has 3,780% defense. Okay. Before attacking, he has 15% damage reduction. When attacking, he gets 278% extra attack. If HP is 78% or more when he receives an attack, he gets an extra 200% attack and defense. If HP is 78% or less when receiving an attack, he gets chance to dodge 50%, one time only chance to dodge 40% when there's an ally whose name includes Vegeta in the same turn. So if you have him in slot 1, the first hit that he takes off the turn, if you're at 78% or less, he has a 90% chance to dodge. That's kind of crazy. After receiving or evading an attack, he has a great chance to launch an additional super. When facing only one enemy, he gets 178% attack. And then per existing enemy, he gets crit chance 20% and all allies attack 7% and defense 8%. And then per existing super class enemy, chance to crit 30%, all allies 7% attack and 8% defense. So, but this is actually an insane boost for this guy. Not only is it crazy extra stats, so he's kind of like a slot 1. He's got damage reduction before attacking and a crazy amount of defense. He gets 200% defense when he gets hit if you're starting the turn on full health, which is kind of crazy. Then if you're at, the funny thing as well is both his passive things say if HP is 70% and one is or more and one is or less. But if you somehow RNG manage to get into that sweet spot where you're on exactly 78% HP, then he gets both of these, which is kind of funny. And then, yeah, after he dodges, he's going to get an extra super potentially. So he's a very strong slot 1 character. And then per existing enemy and per superclass enemy. So even if you're only fighting one enemy, he's got a 50% crit chance from here, as well as giving all allies 14% attack and 16% defense. And then obviously in fights like, for example, the new Gohan, Goten, and Trunks fight, you've got 3 enemies and they are 3 superclass enemies. So he just has guaranteed crit and is giving, what, 42% attack? And what's that? 16, 34... 68% defense, which is pretty good. So yeah, this is very interesting. He's very strong. So I guess the ideal build for the Saiyan Saga team now is like this guy in slot 1 on 1 rotation, with the Vegeta and Nappa in slot 2, and then Raditz in slot 3. And then the other rotation, I guess you could use the Nappa exchange part of the Vegeta and Trunks card. So yeah, this guy seems interesting. What's his super attack effect? Greatly raise attack for 3 turns, greatly raise defense for 1 turn, and does supreme damage to the enemy. So yeah, if you've kept him in slot 1, because he greatly raises attack for 3 turns, it means on the next turn, when he comes back around again, then his attack is still increased. So that's pretty good. But yeah, 3,780%. Like turn 1 when you're on full HP. This guy's going to have crazy start of turn defense. And then because you're on full health, you're obviously at HP 78% or more. When he receives an attack, he gets an extra 200%. So 3,500. I don't know what this is going to be like, but let's just say his start of turn defense was like 1 million. That means as soon as he gets hit, his defense jumps up to 3 million. And he has the 15% damage reduction as well. So you build this guy full dodge, and then he's either tanking the hits or just dodging them. Then after he gets attacked, he has a chance to do an extra super. So yeah, he seems really, really good. And obviously he's really good for the new team, because the new unit is called Vegeta plus Nappa. Someone in chat saying, unless they made a mistake, his start of turn defense is around 2 million. So then he would get hit and it would jump up to 6 million. So that seems pretty good. And so yeah, not only did we get the Nappa banner unit for Raditz, but we also got the old TEQ Raditz as well. And this guy used to be a legendary Super Battle Road character, because against multiple units he would have damage reduction and he could stun. So you'd put him in slot 1, he could tank a hit and then stun the enemy. But obviously that's not exactly the most valuable build nowadays, with how Super Battle Road isn't really much to much of a challenge anymore. But let's have a look and see what TEQ Raditz is doing. So I'm getting his passive up here. So his basic effect was like just attack and defense 100%. Now it's key 1, attack and defense 250%, damage reduction 20%, and high chance to dodge. Okay, that's pretty good. Then for 1 turn, he gets an extra 30% chance to dodge. So on the first turn, his dodge is 80%. When attacking with 12 or more ki, he gets 300% attack. When receiving an attack with 12 or more ki, he gets 200% defense. Then when facing only 1 enemy, or when HP is 50% or less, ki 1, attack and defense 250%. When facing 2 or more enemies, or when HP is 50% or more, ki 2 stuns the attacked enemy, damage reduction 50%. So yeah, even against 1 enemy, if you're on 50% or more HP, he has 50% damage reduction, and he has 20 in his base effect anyway. So as long as you're at 50% or more HP against 1 enemy, he has 70% damage reduction, which is pretty good. Then when there's a Goku family, Namekian, or Saiyan Saga enemies, and they added Saiyan Saga to that, which is good. 200% attack when attacking, performs a crit, and attacks guaranteed to hit, so that's really good. And then as the 3rd attacker in the turn, great chance to launch an additional super, Saiyan Saga allies 2 ki, attack and defense 30% for 3 turns. So you float him off and he just gives support to the team for all the turns that he's not on the rotation. So straight away, like both the Raditzes are like the slot 3 floating units for the Saiyan Saga team. Nappa can go in slot 1. But I mean, this is exactly what they needed to do for the Saiyan Saga team, right? If they just did the Raditz EZA, the Saiyan Saga team overall would still be quite bad. So this is really, really good. And then, yeah, it does seem that he does stack on his super. So he greatly raises attack and then has normal raised defense. Causes supreme damage with a great chance to stun. Because, yeah, before he did actually infinitely stack attack and he just had a high chance to stun. but now it's a greatly raised for the attack stacking, and then a raised defense stack. So in longer events, he'll be really good for building up defense. But yeah, he's designed to be a floating slot 3 character. So, damn, that's really, really good. So, honestly, like, as much as this guy, Physical Raditz, he's not like the new best EZA TUR or anything like that, but I think his EZA is very good. So all of these EZAs, I would say, are good, which is exactly what we needed, right? That's what this celebration needed. These 3 units all needed to EZA, they all needed to be good, which they seem to be. So the team now is basically going to be the new Vegeta and Nappa, probably the Int Cyberman, these 3, and then I'm not sure who the next like go-to Saiyan Saga character is who's actually good if you want a full Saiyan Saga team. Probably that in EZA Kid Gohan, or that's kind of weird throwing a random superclass character in there, but all of these guys that give support, like these Raditzes and the Nappa, they don't really care about superclass, they're just supporting Saiyan Saga anyway. So all of these are really good. And then we do also have a info on upcoming content thing as well. So we've got a new stage of Extreme Super Battle Road coming, stage 82, which will be Sworn Enemies. That should be kind of fun. That gives you a lot of options because it's like all freezers, all cells, all boos. So that should be pretty fun. And then also, I can't remember how long it's been, but we're finally getting new quest mode. So stages 1 to 4 of Area 40 will be added. So I wonder if that will bring any more along the line in terms of like the free-to-play characters. Because hopefully AGL Bardock will get an EZA at some point so he could actually be usable. Yeah, someone in chat saying Int Yamcha's got good dodge as well. Yeah, Int Yamcha EZA. So he could probably be the other Saiyan Saga character. But bear in mind that the Part 2 LR, if the Part 2 LR is indeed the Saiyan Saga character, then yeah, there's your whole Saiyan Saga team. Nappa and Vegeta, the Int Cyberman, the 3 EZAs, and then the Part 2 LR. But I mean, this is the thing, right? This is what we want these celebrations to do. Like, people might complain, like, you know, you should be skipping this time slot. You should be skipping the Part 2 LR realistically as well. But, like, that's what these mini celebrations should do. They should take a team of a category that's old or kind of sucks and then make it good. Because the full team will be the new unit and their banner unit, the EZAs and the Part 2 LR. And then the Saiyan Saga team is actually good if the Part 2 LR is good as well, which I assume they will be. So, yeah, overall, this is very, very good stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But yeah, I think all 3 of the EZAs are good. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. But very much looking forward to these. Supposedly they should still be coming out on Wednesday the 8th, even though the details went up a day earlier. Unless Rick's tweet is wrong. But obviously I'll let you guys know when we know. Because if they are going to come out a day early, then the data download should be tomorrow. But once we have that information, I of course will make a video and let you guys know, so make sure you are subscribed. Keep an eye out for those upcoming news videos. But yeah, let me know what you think of the EZAs, and yeah, we'll see what happens. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. Okay. So let's go back to this, and then let's sort this out. So I have to make a thumbnail quickly. But yeah, so very interesting. So not only did they remember that the sub EZA for Nappa exists, but they're actually doing the Raditz one as well. So that's really good. Golden Freezer and Gogeta are on Sworn Enemies. That's good. Oh yeah, that'll be good. If you make the full extreme version of the team, then you could just use Golden Freezer's active skill on turn 1, and he'll tank everything and just kill one of the enemies. So that's really good. So they remembered sub EZAs exist. So physical Raditz, STR, Nappa, and TEQ Raditz. Details. Yeah, an AGL Golden Freezer to pair with him. Yeah, I think people will underestimate. Well, people do that for every unit now. Like, physical Raditz looks good. He might not be crazy, insanely busted or anything like that, but he looks good, which is what we want from these kind of EZAs, right? No one's I don't think anyone was expecting Raditz to be the best EZA of all time, but right, so make this thumbnail quickly. Like I say, I wasn't really expecting the news to come today, so I don't have one ready to go. And to be fair, even if I was expecting the Raditz EZA details today, I absolutely would not have expected I would not have expected the Nappa and TEQ Raditz ones to be there as well. Do I have the arts for? I'm sure I've got the Nappa one. I did go through, I think, anyway. I thought I'd remember to go through like a good habit of getting the art for the Dokkan Fest and their banner unit, but no. You know what I should do, actually? I should just use the images that they posted, and then that's way easier, because I can just shove them all on there. Yeah, I think nowadays people underestimate every single EZA and every single new release. It just is par for the course at this point. But yeah, that's the thing, as I said at the end of that recording, is they've done exactly what they should do with these celebrations. Like, imagine if they'd done this same thing with, like, when AGL Scout of Vegeta came out. I mean, obviously, AGL Scout of Vegeta should have just been better, but if they'd made it so that he was good, the Part 2 LR was okay, but, like, then they'd done more EZAs and stuff. So that by the end of the celebration, that team was actually good. Like, that's what they should be doing. But for some reason, they just don't. Also, why is the Nappa one so much bigger than all the other ones? More than happy with Raditz, yeah. Now, physical Raditz is good. Physical Raditz isn't a fumble. I don't agree with that at all. Physical Raditz, I don't know what it is. He feels like he has those in Majin Vegeta vibes, where people look at it and go, eh, and then we'll see him in game and be like, oh, okay. Because yeah, he's meant to be this slot 3 floating unit for the team. Which I was gonna say, to be fair, like, he didn't really have, I was gonna say, has his role changed from before, but he didn't really have a role before because he was terrible and couldn't really do anything. Whereas now he has a solid role on the team that he'll be good at. Right, so take that off there, take that off there, don't need that in there. I mean, not every unit needs to have guard. That's almost becoming like an agile level meme. It's like that's been a thing in the community for a long time, where it's like, oh, the unit doesn't have guard, they're mid. That's like, okay. He's got a bunch of damage reduction. He's got really high defense after supering. He gets 250% defense when he gets hit. Because remember, if he's in slot 3, not only does he get all of that massive defense on super, but then when he gets hit, he gets 250% extra defense. So his post-super defense should be relatively high, and then he gets hit and gets 250% extra. So it goes up by even more. But I mean, that's the other thing as well, is you could say that about any EZA. Any EZA that comes out that isn't the new best EZA in the game, then you could just say that they needed more. He also has what? He also has 50% dodge chance built in as well. Which, I mean, 50% isn't, you know, so we're not talking like UI Goku level or anything, but he has 30% damage reduction, which isn't the craziest, yes. But he's going to have really high, as I just said, he's going to have really high post super defense and then get 250% extra when he gets hit, as well as having 50% chance to dodge. So he's obviously going to be a full dodge, which, I mean, to be fair, he probably was anyway. But he's going to be a full dodge character. And that's the thing. A lot of the big bosses in the meta now are pretty much always supering in slot 1. Or maybe slot 2. I know we've got that Goku fight where on like the third turn he supers in slot 3. But that's the thing, is Raditz is going to be a slot 3 character. And a lot of the time he's not going to be taking the super attack anyway. So with the high post-super defense that he has, plus 250% on hit, 30% damage reduction, like he's going to be tanking normals from most, if not all, of the bosses, which realistically for a slot 3 character is kind of all you would really expect for them. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, like he could have been a bit better, especially considering how terrible he was on release. Like they absolutely could have done things to make him better, but I would say, you guys know I've said many times over the years my dislike of the way the word mid is used by the community, but I wouldn't even say he was mid. I'd say he was good. He's just not like super good or like, you know, very good or excellent or whatever. He's not mid, he's the level above mid. Like, but again, I guess we'll see, like, in game. But I mean, the craziest part is, as we said, that they remembered that sub-EZAs exist. That's the important part. Right, so the video is up. So like I say, even if you guys were here when we recorded it, do open up the video, drop a like, let me know you came over from the stream with a comment, let me know what you think of their EZAs. So there's a new tweet from Rick saying, looks like the next content drop will technically be the new quest stages, since those usually drop with the data download. But the home screen banner for the celebration does end on the 8th, like I said before, so that might still be when the EZAs drop. So what that means then is it seems like the new quest stages could be out on Tuesday morning, and then the EZA is out on Wednesday still. That's interesting. But yeah, that's the thing we were saying before the celebration when we saw the Cyberman details, is that we thought they were going to do like a free-to-play team like the clones. And unfortunately that was not the case. I mean, the Cyberman team is still good, but it would have been nice to have the free-to-play units so that the team could be better than just having a bunch of the R's on the team. Yeah, we need a world tournament.
All right, let's do this.
I mean, this is where it comes down to like the splitting hairs over the terminology again as well, because it's like I expected good EZAs. I mean, they are all good. Raditz might not be as good as you would have wanted him to be, but again, I still don't think he's mid. I think he's good. I don't necessarily think he's great, but I think he's good. Like, all three of the EZAs are good. Yeah, these days I feel EZAs are more to raise the floor of the team than raise the roof. Yeah, that's the thing. I think Truth said this a while back, and I do agree. Like, EZAs now are just a thing that are meant to like boost how good the team is overall. And we're very rarely ever going to see, outside of things like anniversary LRs and stuff, we're rarely ever going to see EZAs now where they become like the best unit on the team.
Let's do this.
Like, that's just, they just don't do that anymore. Like, that has happened in the past, but like gone are the times where EZAs are now like the best unit on the team. I mean, you think about how good the Int UI Goku Super EZA is, and even he's not like... I mean, I guess because a lot of the other ones are LRs, so maybe that's not a fair comparison, but he's not the best unit on the Realm of Gods team. I think Dabura's OST is really boring. Or this one. What's his active skill one? Oh, well, yeah, his active skill's the pirate one. Yeah, that's good. It's like him and 16. They both have really boring, like, intro OSTs, but then their active skill OSTs are a bop. Yeah, like I said, make sure you click on the link, even if you were here. Check out the video, leave me your comments, let me know what you think of Raditz. Pirate you are. Now I'm imagining Dabura saying, Yar! Yeah, Dabura with an eye patch. I mean, there are little things like Raditz, especially for the whole him having that extra buff for like one time only in slot 1, would have been very good for him to have guard. I mean, like my one, when I did the custom one, I gave him conditional guard, but it was like a really easy condition to get, right? It's just having like a Saiyan Saga ally on the team, or Pure Saiyan on the team with him, or on the rotation even. Not exactly a difficult condition to get considering his leader skill and everything. But yeah, it is a very piratical OST. Can I emulate JP Dokkan? Yeah, you should be able to. It depends. I guess it depends what emulator you have, but I guess because did they make it so? Wasn't that a thing they did years ago, where they made it so that JP Dokkan was on like the non-JP App Store? I can't remember. But yeah, it all depends on like the emulator you have, I suppose. But yeah, let's take a look at our hidden potential things here then, shall we? Right, so I've got a spare SA5 copy, because this is back when I used to, this is how long it's been since TEQ Raditz came out, that I used to make and keep these spare SA5 copies ready for when a character got their EZA. So I've had a spare SA5 copy of Raditz for I don't even know how long. So yeah, let's take a look at TEQ Raditz. You know, back to his kit. I mean, he probably is just going to be full dodge, isn't he? Yeah, he already has the dodge chance. He stacks, so he probably wants to be additional, which mine is literally additional because you wanted him to get the stuns. Was the main reason my original one had additional. I mean, should I just give him that? I mean, the thing is, I don't have Vegeta and Nappa, so I'll be able to test them out on like the private server, but it kind of feels like giving him a really good non-EX skill orb is probably not the best idea, because realistically, I'm not going to use them that much. So what has he got here? Level 3 additional. So we can just make that go up to 5. It's not exactly the craziest addition, but God, this is an old one. Extreme Tech, 3 dodge, 2 defense. I've got a level 8 addition, level 8 additional and defense one. I should probably give that to Golden Freezer and Gogeta if I ever get dupes for them, but there you go. I've got an extreme. The thing is, though, then he loses a bit of defense, but I suppose he is a stacker now, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Plus, I just gave him a better bronze defense orb, so. Also, do I have any extra spare copies of him? Oh, I do. Nice, there we go. Because I'm not going to care about him critting at all, so we'll just do that. That'll probably do for now. Right, so then physical Raditz. Again, he's just going to want to be full dodge. Do I have more copies of him? Oh. SSR bit came off. Even though I literally just put it on. So he's got a level 4 defense, level 4 dodge, level 2 defense. Silver level 3. So you can just make that level 5. Yeah, I'm not going to go crazy on like the most premium things are. I always know what Truth and Dokkan Mod's first video is when it comes to TEQ Raditz. Do tell. Yeah, so you can just have a level 6 one, that's fine. Have we gone back to the hidden potential costing 5? Yeah, I'm not doing that. Gone back to hidden potential costing 5 stones? Shocking. Oh, a festival ship, right, of course. Midst the fall of battles, yeah, I should have thought. And then Nappa does probably just want to be full dodge. Has that extra additional. He has a bunch of crit chance just from enemies existing, so he doesn't really need to have crit either. Okay, so I've got a bunch of spare Nappas. That's good. Because yeah, like I say, he gets dodge chance just from enemies existing, so. Yeah, I don't really want to give him. I don't want to give him like super premium orbs. Oh, that's quite a good extreme STR silver orb, but I don't. Not a good one for him. Just a good one in general. So I've got, what's he got at the moment? Level 3. I've got a level 5 for extreme STR. Might as well give him that. Imagine if they decide to give the barbershop characters you get from trade points to Super EZA. That would be cool. Because, yeah, they did EZA them eventually. And then this is what, a level 3 evasion, level 2 defense, which, I mean, that's probably better than... Because the only other gold evasion things I've got is 5, so he'll go up by 2, but he'll lose defense, so that probably is fine like that. So that means I have a SA4 Nappa that I can train in. Do I have... No, I don't want to... Well, I could use the Cybermen, I guess. They're just the random spare ones that I don't want to use anymore. Might as well get this guy awakened then, I suppose. Yeah, the armor for Ashley so that she's invincible. Like, that makes doing any of the harder difficulty challenges so much easier, because you can't accidentally kill her. And obviously she can't get killed by enemies, but yeah, you can't accidentally kill her, which is like the most important thing. Yeah, so I don't have any other random Nappas. But that's fine, because I would have only used Kai's on the Nappa when he got his EZA anyway. So we just use the Kai's on the one that we're going to feed in. Oh, it actually worked. Crazy. So I need 35 physical Raditz medals. Although I've got no stamina, which... I was going to say, do I really want to do that now? When I could just do it when I've actually got stamina, because I'm not in a huge rush. Perfect extreme STR to use my level 8 attack and defense bronze and level 7 additional level 7 defense gold. I mean, that's pretty good. Someone posted a calc for STR Nappa. Let's have a look. Rainbow, no equip, 60% support from Vegeta, start of turn with full HP and facing one superclass enemy, 3 million defense, yeah. So when he gets hit, it goes up to 9 million. Oh, wait, yeah, you don't need to awaken them, do you? It's the STR one. Wait, don't you? For the super... Oh, yeah, because reversing isn't a thing anymore. Because, I mean, the Raditz is already awakened. I don't have a spare physical Raditz, so that's fine. But do I have to awaken this guy, right, still, to feed him in, or no? I know this guy's... I awakened every single, like, Extreme Tech character back in the day to see if they would be helpful for being Extreme Tech ESBR. So I just did every single... I must have tried so many different variations of that team. It's a shame this guy EZA'd so long ago that he's not useful. Yeah, so if Nappa has 3 million defense start of turn, it means when he gets hit, that jumps up to 9 million. And he has damage reduction. He has 15% in slot 1, is it? Yeah, before attacking, he has 15% damage reduction. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but then when you have 9 million defense... And then... What else does he get? Yeah, then he just gets the extra attacks. Yeah, that's really good. No awakenings needed anymore. Hey, let's go. Good thing I didn't just waste those meat items on the refilling my stamina. But yeah, that's interesting as well, that the I did my summon points again and pulled TEQ Gogeta again. Oh damn, nice. Well, that's good. I can't remember, what do I have? I only just got another ticket, so I'm pretty sure I don't have many summon points. All this Kiri, and no, I don't want to buy any of those things, so I'm just not going to bother. And yeah, I'm just saving those for when the thing resets again. Although, how many of these do I have? 645. I might as well just do that for now. Where are we looking? Yeah, I've only got 30, so I'm not going to get... Because I only just got another one. Yeah, I'm a bit too far away red coins wise as well. 324. I'm going to get another 70x. I'm not going to do any more summons on the banner, so I might as well just do that now, because then I also won't be tempted to do any more summons, because now I've got no PE coins. Yeah, 402. But yeah, I mean, Golden Freezer and Gogeta are gone from there anyway now, but I had 900 spare summon points, only used them twice. Damn. I mean, yeah, because the lineup for the summon points tickets is actually pretty good. So... trying to remember, that GT Heroes one at 409 is probably the last one that I was doing, but I haven't done the EZA farming for quite some time now, so I'm not sure what my next best one is. I did have a thing for a long time where I was getting them all to 100, but that's because there was such little else to do in the game at the time. So farming the EZAs like as high as you could was kind of fun. But like, now there's so much other stuff to do. It's only really when you've got no stamina. Oh yeah, it's this one. The fusions one. Because the weakness is crossover. Although... maybe I haven't done this one for a while, because that doesn't feel like the best team for it. For Freezer and Gogeta, I'll probably dodge, because TEQ Gogeta, TEQ for the Golden Freezer part of the card, I feel like can be a liability at certain points. Obviously the active skill turn, no, because the active skill turn he goes crazy, but the non-active skill turns, especially because mine's only 55%, I have had mine die like a fairly decent amount. But yeah, the Part 2 LR being Saiyan Saga will literally finish off the team. Now let me get the private server open here quickly just to put the team... Oh, someone's done it already. The best unit is still the Cyberman. If I pulled 16, I would have crashed out. Yep, I pulled 16. I was not happy about it. Off my first ticket. Then off the second ticket, the one that I did with like just this one, with the points I got from the Vegeta Nappa banner. We'll get another fight, reversible exchange for part 2, LR Raditz and Kid Gohan. I mean, that would be cool. That'd be kind of funny as well to get, because if you count the EZAs, I'm counting the EZAs as like new units, right? But then we get 3 new Raditz in the same celebration. So that would be pretty cool. Right? Oh yeah, I just closed the chat. I was like, where's the chat gone? Ring 16 is really good. He's okay, but he's kind of a bit outdated, and I don't really care about running his team. So like, out of all the units that were available from that ticket summon, he was like the one. Well, him and Tao really, but like they were the ones that I just did not want to get, and so of course I got 16. I mean, I didn't have him, so on the one hand, I am like happy to have him added to the collection because I didn't have him before, but he's definitely not, you know, he's not the unit I wanted from that summon, that's for sure. I rainbowed physical Tao, but haven't awakened him yet. That's crazy. Also, I don't have the STR banner unit in VP17, who's arguably better than him. Yeah, so physical Raditz, apparently after one super, when receiving an attack, has nearly 3 million defense. So yeah, like I say, he'll be tanking normals and dodging, but... And 3 super attack stacks. Oh, because he carries over his defense to the next turn. So on his second turn, if he did super 3 times in the first turn, which is possible to do, right, because he has the extra supers in his passive and stuff, he would have 6.7 million defense when receiving an attack. So that's pretty good. So yeah, you float him first, then you put him in slot 1 on the second turn, where he has that extra damage reduction 1 time only in slot 1. But his second appearance defense is like nearly 7 million. So physical Raditz actually really good on turn 2. Turn 1 you float him off. Turn 2 you put him in slot 1. And then he has 7 million defense and what is it, 60% damage reduction? Which means he's tanking like a 14 million damage super. So yeah, now that we've actually seen like, now that I've actually seen the counts for him, like physical Raditz is actually pretty good. Because yeah, I was thinking, yeah, you don't. I said about like, oh, you could put him in slot 1 on turn 1, but yeah, really, you float him off first, so he gets the big defense buff that he carries over till when he comes back again. Then you put him in slot 1, and then yeah, he's tanking like most of the supers in the game at that point, which is pretty good. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Someone mentioned, Sky mentioning in the Discord, like, the team doesn't have to be full Saiyan Saga either, so remember that one of the units that is on Vegeta and Nappa's leader skill is Goma, and Goma is still a GOAT slot 1 character. So you could have Nappa in slot 1 on one rotation, Goma on the other, and then yeah, that team will kind of cook. So that's kind of interesting. I don't think Cyborg Tao is any good anymore. I say anymore. Was he good originally? I can't remember. But anyway, that's going to be it from me. That's the time for the stream to end. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, I'm surprised that we got that news today, and it's pretty good news. The EZA and actually 2 sub EZAs, and they actually seem good. So the Saiyan Saga team should be looking pretty spicy by the time this is all done. So that's what we want from these mini celebrations. So I'm pretty happy with that. That means at the earliest we could get a data download tomorrow. So keep an eye out. Obviously I will keep reporting the news as and when it comes. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out for the stream. But that is going to be it from me. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Give a follow if you're over on the Twitch side. And I will see you guys all again soon. Have a good one.